Go away.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right,
You're
great.
still.
All right, good evening, everybody. Today is July 15th. It's the monthly meeting of the School Building Committee. First item on our agenda is the, let's see, permitting update.
Yep, so the permitting update is we are all set with everything except for select board, which is coming up on Monday night.
Okay, and that's just the land disturbance permit that we're looking for that?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, well, that's fantastic. Permitting update?
The variance update, I'll hand it over to Steph from
sorry.
Tepe.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have the science room plumbing variance this Monday. We're going in with chip tanks instead of the neutralization system because that'll be more cost effective. So that'll be built into the estimate. But we won't find out until Monday where that stands. And then we had the MAAB hearing this past Monday, and that's been deferred in order to get more information from our team in regards to the accessibility of the auditorium.
Okay. All right, that's good. Excuse me, existing conditions exploratory update.
Yep, Adam?
Sure. So we've had some good progress out there. We've been able to do the first phase of the interior building scanning and turn that over to TAPE for review. We'll also be out there next week to scan a couple additional areas that weren't picked up the first go around. We also completed the relative humidity probes in the slab as part of the flooring discussion. And found that we had, relatively high humidity, in some slab areas. So TAPE is going to, incorporate that into the specification for the glue. And then, carry in an alternate just in case it needs to be backed out. We're also going to be planning to get out there next week to do some slab cores. That is so the TAPE's hygienists can test for the presence of asbestos underneath the slabs to be demoed. And then lastly, we'll be out there to do some exploratory roof cuts to inspect the condition of the existing Tectum panels. And that should be happening the next couple of weeks as well. And we'll coordinate that schedule with John.
One question, Adam, when you guys do the cores for the slab, we'll check the soil underneath it to see if we can, because we're thinking of putting the pipes in to remediate the radon. Can you guys check the soil underneath to see what it's on?
Yeah, I can certainly ask the question of Weston and Sampson or through TAPE of Weston and Sampson to see if we can coordinate them out there if they're able to collect any soil samples through that core hole.
Well, even just a visual, if they core through it and they see mud, that's one thing. If they core through it and they see gravel or sand, that's another. My gut instinct is when they did the Clyde Brown, it was pure sand. So even if they did a visual, hey, we cored through and we saw sand underneath the core, I think that would be at least we have an idea.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a good thought. Let me I'll circle back with TAPE on that and see if we can get Weston and Sampson out there to make any observations through those core holes.
Great, thank you. All right, so beyond that would be establishing the pre-qualification committee.
I had the Eversource update next. Is that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm reading it from my phone because I couldn't print it.
Okay.
It was really small. My fault. Sorry. So go ahead. Eversource update.
Yep, so we did meet with Eversource on site this morning and we're continuing to coordinate with them to complete the work orders that are needed. We need the permanent condition work order, which has been submitted. Eversource will finalize and send us the design and the invoice. And once we pay that, we'll be able to start scheduling the work. Then we need the temporary condition work order, site lighting, which may actually require two different ones, but we're asking them about that. and then finally removing the existing service.
What did
So
they
that
end up,
means
what did they end up determining on the two services, Emily? How
That-
did they,
that they're going to allow that during the cutover phase,
Sweet.
which is going to be approximately a year, which is, yeah, that's
That's
huge for us.
fantastic. That's great news. All right, and now on to the soil pre-characterization quote.
Yep, so we don't have the exact number yet, but they did send us a rough order of magnitude of around 55,000. This is to take 27 additional soil samples as a flavor test to just further define the scope for the bidders. And we do think that we'll get this value back in terms of further defining the scope to have the bidders narrow down their number in their proposal. So the earliest they could start would be August 12th, and it would take about 3 days to collect these samples. So
Right,
if we
and just-
wanted to,
Go ahead, sorry.
if we wanted to approve not to exceed on the 55,000 number, or we could entertain potentially adding another meeting to approve the official quote once it comes in. That's up for
All right.
discussion.
Yeah, that's fine. And just for the folks at home, so basically on this, the pre-qualification is they go in, we do soil samples, and that allows the bidders to have a good feel for the material that's going to come out, that it won't be contaminated, or they'll know exactly what it is, which will make the pricing better. So basically, we're spending money up front to get it back in lower bids, just for the folks at home who actually watch this to know why we're doing this. And I agree. I think we should go ahead with the not to exceed 60 would be my personal suggestion.
Yeah, a couple of comments on that too. So, Fontaine asked us to do some soil pre-characterization so they get the flavor of the site and really understand what's there. In addition to, that aspects of previously described, it also helps with their overall schedule. By doing this, they can load and go, as opposed to having to stockpile on site, then test, and then haul out. Right now, we're doing the kind of standard representative samples, and so that'll come back with most of what you need. Depending on what they discover, there may be some supplemental testing that may need to be done at a later date, so I just want the committee aware of that in general. But at this point, we think that the design team and the CM are collecting the appropriate samples for this stage of the project, which will aid in the overall project schedule and favorable bid pricing and having defined scopes.
All right. So is there any discussion from the SBC? All right, well, that with no comments, I make a motion that we approve a not to exceed 60,000 for soil pre-characterization.
Second,
All right, motion's been made and seconded. Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
yes.
Shayna,
Yes.
and I'm a yes, so it passed unanimously. All righty, next item would be to establish the pre-qualification committee.
Rich, I thought I had sent you a little bit of language on that. We just need a motion.
Oh, is that all? Yes, you might
Yeah.
have sent me the motion, but once again, I didn't get to print it today.
Okay.
All right, so I make a motion that per our previous conversation at the last meeting, that that I would be the representative for the SBC, and Sarah and Al would be they would also be attending the meetings, but they would not be voting members.
Okay, so the actual pre-qual committee would be Emily for Vertex, Miranda for Tape, and Griffin for Fontaine, and yourself as the voting members for the pre-qualification committee.
Correct. All right, so that motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second,
All right, motion's been made and seconded. Actually, I didn't ask if there was any discussion before we finish voting on it. Is everyone okay with that?
Rich, do you just want the motion to denote there's 2 associate members, or is that not necessary?
They're not voting, so I don't think we had to,
Right.
Gloria said we didn't have to do that, so. All right, the motion's been made and seconded. Diane,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Shayna,
Yes.
and I'm a yes, so motion passed.
Thank you. I'll be reaching out to the committee members, hopefully setting up a kickoff meeting in the next couple of weeks.
All right, great, fantastic. Administrator office location discussion.
Yep, so for now, this is just a quick update that we are in discussions with Bob to potentially relocate to another space in town or at Clyde Brown. And if there is no space, then we're looking to get some trailers on site for 7 people. Or it could be a mix of, finding a couple offices, but needing trailers for a few offices as well. So they did send a quote for 2 different sizes so far. The 12-foot by 60-foot is around 23,000. The 24-foot by 64-foot is around 56,000. Those are numbers without power to them, which will add around 10K. And then there's also not bathrooms included in those at this point. So Bob is still currently looking for different office options, but we just wanted to give you an update that that's a discussion that's going on.
Right, and so to add to that, John and I and Mike Kaczynski had a phone call yesterday, and we're looking to see if we can get space in town hall and or the train station as alternate locations. So they're going to go to the select board on that, and they're going to see if there's a room or rooms available that we could also use. So we're working some on our end also. And Jeff, with that, if we have to do any work to, augment the power, or Emily, if we have to do any work to augment the power or telecommunications, that could be funded out of the school project. However, we may not be reimbursed for it, correct?
Yeah. So like if we asked ahead of time, we're gonna and make enabling space somewhere else, they kind of push back on it. But because we're already past the funding vote and it's minor in nature, then yeah, if it ends up being like a 6-figure number, then they're gonna have some questions on it. But anything under that, I think would be a non-issue.
Okay, and that's, I think you and I had that discussion before, but I just wanted to make sure everyone else knew
Yep.
that, so. All right,
Rick?
great. So we'll work on that, and yep, go ahead.
Does the reimbursement not include the trailers if we use them? Is there any cost benefit by using the trailers because we get some reimbursement?
No, because ironically, they don't actually reimburse for central administration space. So if you recall, Bob's whole office was one thing that was ineligible in the project. The rest of the space was all eligible. So because it's related to the central administration, it's not an eligible component. And then you're over the caps and all the various caps, Jim. So at this point, it's kind of the cream on the top. So there's not a way to make it eligible.
Rich, are they considering looking at the small individual rooms in the library? Or I don't know if St. Thomas Church has rooms, or the church that is across from Richdale. I don't know if that's an option, but I'm just trying to think outside the box for spaces.
Well, with that, we have to stick to a town-owned building, so that's why, the churches are, they're open space, it's great, but we'd have to rent those, and they aren't town offices, so the train station is the town, and obviously town hall is the town, so that's why we were using those as options. And then John had also said possibly there may be space at the Clyde Brown. So, we're looking in all locations to see, what we could do. And then the other thing is we have to also weigh, we want to make sure that when it's all done, that the office staff can work effectively. So if it ends up getting chopped up where, everyone's everywhere, we also have to think that and remember that the school still has to function. So, that'd be a conversation we'd have, with the group to, talk it through.
Okay, and just as an option, since the library is a town building, they do have those small offices right next to each other that perhaps could all be booked together with staff in each of the rooms. They would be
Okay.
right next to each other.
Yep, no, I don't know if we discussed that, but we could ask that question also. I'll send
There-
that off to Mike.
Rich, there are only 2 small study rooms. They hold 2 to 3 people. They're pretty booked, as I understand it. So I don't know that's a great option for you.
We can ask, they can always say no, so that's, we'll throw it up against the wall and see what sticks.
I think
So-
we're really doing our due diligence here, so that's all we can do, right? We're trying to find alternatives and save some money, so I think we're doing a good job.
All right, let's see here. Next steps, upcoming meetings.
Yep, so we have our working group meeting on July 22nd, and then we need to schedule the SBC meeting for August. So
All right.
August 19 would be an option, or 12.
Steph, can you remind me when we're issuing the pricing stat?
It's next week, next Thursday. So the 22nd, I believe that is.
All right, and Chelsea, how many weeks are you gonna take to do the estimate? And then be ready to present a reconciled estimate?
I think we have reconciliation scheduled for August 21st.
Do you want to push the meeting towards the end, Jeff? Is that what you're thinking?
No, that's more than 4 weeks. You needed 4 weeks this time around?
That's 4 weeks.
It's 4.5
Right.
weeks to the 21st, because Steph's saying the drawings are coming out on the 22nd, you said?
I have
Yes,
I
the
have
23rd, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
and today, the
23rd.
23rd, all right, so in the CM's hands on Friday, the 24th. So you're taking 4 full weeks, Chelsea?
Yes.
So reconciliation on the 21st, so then it would be the week of the 26th, Rich, then.
Yeah.
We can push it to them so we can actually look at it. That makes sense. I mean, that the 26th is fine with me. Not sure how it works for everyone else. Do we have any objections on the 26th?
26 is fine with me.
Okay. All right, let's do the 26th. And we'll get the estimate ahead of time so we can read it.
Chelsea, that question's to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll make sure it's part of the packet for this
No,
group.
I want it ahead of time as soon as it's available so I can read it, the whole thing. I'm gonna go through the whole estimate.
So I guess the question on that is that, so if we're reconciling on Friday, right, then is Monday enough time for you to turn around an updated estimate, so that gives the committee, the 36 hours, right? Monday night, Tuesday to review it before Wednesday's meeting? And it could still be in draft form, maybe it's not final.
Yeah, I don't
form,
care if
but
it's in
form.
draft form. I
Yeah,
just want to
that's-
see where we commit.
That's fine.
Emily, does that jive with our dates that we're submitting to the MSBA? I'm gonna have to tweak that. I can't, my network's messed up. I can't get on the schedule right now.
I think thought it was 8/28.
Yeah, the 28th, it's a Friday.
Correct.
Okay.
That's what I
All
had.
right, so then meeting on the 26th works with our schedule.
Can we just put a date on, close of business on the 26th or 24th? We'd get the summary.
Yes, Chelsea and we're doing 2 estimates this time, so we'll have the CM's estimate and then we'll have, one from Tepe through PM&C. So Fontaine, you're committing to sending at least the updated draft of the reconciled estimate on the 24th end of work.
Correct.
Okay, good, thank you.
And we'll take it wherever you're at. I mean, if you're not done with the whole thing, that's fine. I just want to, we want to see where the numbers are coming in so we can look at it. That's all.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, if we're tracking over budget, there'll be a VE process related to that. And, if there is, that'll be coming in more hot and heavy into the 26th meeting, right? But we'll give you the kind of status update of wherever we're at pre-VE if it's needed.
Okie dokie.
for the committee's benefit, like, I think there's been a lot of ups and downs since the last estimate, and that's good. You know, the CM is flagging more phasing items they need to put money associated with. We're kicking the tires, like the example being the school administration suite. We've made decisions as a group to put the more expensive flooring back in to do the kind of uniform flooring throughout. So we know some of the numbers are up. So we're gonna have to come with a roadmap if we tick over the budget. And so decisions may need to be made on the 26th. So we'll prep you on Monday before that about how large the gap is going into Wednesday, if there is one.
Alrighty, was there anything else from Tape or Vertex or Fontaine, before we go and pay bills? No.
Nope, all
Um,
set.
and yeah, the only other thing was, just for us for dates and things, going backwards, you know, the school's gonna be doing a purge and cleaning stuff out. We're gonna have to get the, you know, the offices consolidated and stuff like that. So I know you guys have been feeding us the information, and Emily said you guys have a procedure on that, but we just want to make sure that we give the school plenty of time to, you know, get 56 years of stuff, you know, tucked together and ready to be cleaned out, and find the appropriate people to get rid of the stuff, because, you know, the stuff that they just have to deal with it, you know, they just don't want to throw in the trash can. So that's all.
Well, that's what we're gonna use Ron for, because when you have a hoarder like John, he's never gonna throw anything out. So we're just gonna tell Ron to go through and dump it all, and then he can go after the new guy.
And we'll tell them to put it in the Connex container. We'll put it in the Connex container, then we'll just take it away.
I'll tell you one thing, if you sent my wife over there, nothing be left.
Oh,
Plenty.
and sorry, one thing I do want to introduce to the group, Ron Taylor, which I neglected at the beginning of the meeting, is the new principal of the middle school. So he's going to be now part of the process. So
Hi, everyone. Looking
Welcome.
forward to getting caught up to speed.
Welcome to the team, Ron.
Thank you.
Have you ever lived through a construction project before?
No, I haven't.
All right, well, buckle up.
I had blonde hair before my last
Yeah, I
one,
bet.
so-
Yeah.
All right, that sounds great. All right, so let's see. I need Lorraine so we can pay the bills, and Fontaine and I don't even think, and Tape, we're all set for you with you guys. So great. Have a good night.
Thanks, Rich. See ya.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
Thanks, guys.
Let's see here. So if you could, thank you. All right, so all right, so we've got a couple bills to pay. So
The blue numbers in the right-hand column are the
Yep.
are the final numbers per invoice.
so I make a motion to approve the invoice for the Vertex companies for work on the month of June to the amount of $35,000.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, passed unanimously. Next item on the agenda would be Tape Architects for work, same thing, dated for the month of June, for the amount of $356,530.47.
Second,
All right, motion's been made and seconded. I'll do this one by roll call because it's a bigger one. Jim,
yes.
Diane?
Yep.
Shayna?
Yes.
And I'm an aye, so it passed unanimously. We
Rich, can you
have,
tell me who seconded that? I couldn't see.
That was Jim.
Thank
Jim
you.
McCaffrey.
Thank you very much.
and
The ancient
then,
marriage.
yeah, we have a invoice for ARS, which is, which I'm not sure what that one is. It's utility
have
company
them on-
fees.
Can we get them on the screen, Rich?
It's the solar one. Yeah. Do you want to scroll down?
Oh, okay, that's the solar one. Okay. Yeah, they could pull that one up. Okay, yep. Now I know what that is.
Great.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, so the ARS, this is for the removal of the solar panels that we had to take out because of the if we didn't do it, we would have the requirement to put in a guardrail system, which would cost us $1 zillion. So this was the more economical choice. And that bill for ARS would be $5,479.90. Do I have a second?
How much?
5,000.
Oh, okay. Second.
Yeah. All right, good.
Rich, could I ask a question on that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any cost associated with taking these things? I don't mean the actual removal cost, but whoever leased these things, are we on the hook for something here for taking them down before the lease is over or anything like that?
Yes, we had to deal with that. I can't remember, but did we do that in the last meeting? We had to,
We did.
yeah, we had to pay a penalty, basically. We had the money that they would have earned on that. So we've already paid that invoice. This is actually the physical removal of the panels. And like I said, it's the lesser of two evils. This is the most cost-effective way to go, was to take the panels down.
Yeah, sorry, I missed the last meeting, so thank you for clarifying.
All right, so I have a second for that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Great, that passed unanimously. And then the last one. Would be.
No, we already did this.
No,
Yeah,
Fontaine
Fontaine-
Brothers
Fontaine.
for their reimbursable services.
Yep, so I make a motion that we approve the invoice for Fontaine for the month of June for pre-construction services to the amount of $2,700.
Second.
Second,
All right, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, motion passed unanimously.
Lauren, isn't there one additional one with the beta? It wasn't part of our VIP, but you included it in the meeting packet.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now this one is the reimbursement for the planning board review. Because we had to go through planning board to get the permit, so this is from Beta. They're the engineer, consulting engineer for the planning board. And that would be for professional services for the month of June for the amount of $1,922.38.
Second.
Yep.
Second.
Yep. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
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 All right, great. All set with that. And I think that was it for invoices.
Yep.
All right, and I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of the month of June as written.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye.
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 I'll abstain.
Okay,
I
fair
wasn't at
enough.
the meetings.
Yep, no, fair enough. All
They were
right,
great
motion
meetings,
passed.
but
You weren't there.
I was there.
All right, all good. So I think we're good. Was there anything else
Was there-
that
was
we
there a
had?
May
I think there
minutes
was a
You had a
second.
May
Yeah, we
minute,
had,
too.
Rich, we had 2 minutes.
Oh, we did? Okay.
There's a May.
All right, I make a motion that we approve the meeting notes from May as written.
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, great. Okay, I think we're good. Was there anything else that anyone had, or are we all good? All right, great.
Good.
Well,
Also,
great. Well, go enjoy the rest of the apocalyptic night that we're having, and we'll see you guys in a month.
Well, I'm gonna go and join all my favorite friends from Argentina that I can find. Because they're
There you
pretty
go.
happy.
Oh, they won?
Oh, they won. Yep, 2-1. It
Oh, good. There we go.
was a good one.
All right, great. All right, well, good. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich.
Take
Good night,
care.
everyone.
Good night.
Aye.